And we are back. Um, so in Excel, I make my sketches, as I said before. So I will make a very simple sketch of just four rooms laying right next to each other, just so I can show you how I do it. So up here, I select everything and make sure that this is actually a square. So for me, that's usually 3.5, and then those make relatively nice squares. I leave the upper left corner free, and then I just go ahead and draw what I want to draw. Now I use yellow, and I'll use a little bit of a darker yellow, so we can actually see it, or orange in this case. And we'll basically just design my rooms the way I want it. So I will have one large room here, two smaller rooms there, and then maybe one especially long room there. I'll connect them up. So I know the way that my players are going. I'll make an entrance, and then I will just draw my walls with red to know, okay, here's a wall. This will be a super easy, simple sketch, just so it's shown how it's done. Um, Feel free to use as many colors or as many different devices as you want. So yeah, I'm going to create a room that looks roughly like this. Um, so I will call this the entry hall. This will be a kitchen. That will be a storage room that will have a hidden door that leads to some kind of occult back room. That's what I'll call it. So this is a super simple sketch. I really don't put much more time into this. I can show you some that I've already made. For example, this one. So this is another sketch that I made earlier. As you can see, everything is there. Yellow is my open space. Then red is something that I mean players can pass it. And a purple door is a door that is hidden. So I will not actually paint it on the map. I just leave it as a reminder for myself that I need kind of a way to get through there. With that done, I will start up tiled. So yes, this is the finished map that I just showed you. Very simple stuff. Let's make a new map. So yes, do I want this 24 by 24? Yes, I do want this 24 by 24. I will mark around my entire map. And as I said, I'll double those numbers, so it's 16 by 17, so it will be 32 by 34. Orthogonal means just that it is straight on top. You can make isometric maps with this if you ever feel like it. These two are just if you're actually going to use this map in the RPG Maker, so it doesn't really matter to you what is selected there. You can just leave the default. I'll save this as our little test map. Test map 4, maybe. We already have a couple of them. And then you get a empty space with nothing on it. This is our drawing pane. And in the lower right corner, you have a tile set. So if you go to tile set, embed a map means that it is saved with the map. That way, you are not saving the tile set separately. And I'll call this first one floors. Now I have a relatively wide range of different tile sets that I've collected over the time, as I've already talked about. So I'm just going to load one that I particularly like, which is this one. And as you can see, I've measured before what size everything is. So I can very rapidly get everything aligned perfectly. Now with this done, I'm going to say for the entrance hall, I'm going to use this. So let's see how I can arrange this so I can see everything. I'll do this, and that should give me everything that I need. Let me load some more. You don't have to give it a name. I always give it names because I find it easier to navigate between the different options that I have. And then we can just start. So the first layer will be floors. I'm not going to bother with a black background in this case because I don't think I'll have a separate layer for that one. So that's all right. So we have nothing, then we have the walls, and then it actually opens up. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you right click, you can copy something that you've already drawn to make everything a little bit quicker. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wide. We have this path through, and we have another path through here. And then I'll copy this and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll move over to the other side. Okay, and this time it's only 3 by 3, so I'll just do it like this. And with that, I have my floor plan done already. And we can go once, we can put in our walls. Now for walls, I'll just use this super simple tile. This is again, I'm not looking for making a super fancy map. I want to make a very quick map. So that will do for what we are trying to achieve. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yep, that's an even number. Good. So we have our walls done. And I'll move further down and finish this part here as well. There we go. And we closed off this side. Like such. And then I shouldn't forget to leave an entryway for where the players come in. Now, as you might have noticed, what this software does not do is shading. But there are certain tiles available that do the shading for you. So if you really need shading, then you can get it by finding tiles that are already shaded. I could try something like this, but I don't think this would look very good. Let's make a new layer, call that one doors, and I'll just test this. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. But there are certain tile sets that already have a shading in them. Yeah. Oh, we could have used this one. That would have been much nicer. Ah. You know what? I'll quickly, I see. I would have to do it like this. Oh wow, yeah, that's actually a really nice one. Well, now it's too late, so I'm just going to keep it as is. But if I would do this map, I would basically use these tiles instead of the ones that I use, because those ones are actually rather fancy. I like those. Okay, we wanted to do here, instead of that wooden underground, we wanted to do the carpet. So for the carpet, I'm just quickly going to fill in everything except the outsides, because the outsides we will do that nice corner and fill it in as such. Oh, wait, we actually want the ones like this. With a simple press you can turn those, but I tend to stick to the ones that are already in the package, because sometimes it does not look good how the turned one looks like, or they are not optimized for the turned one. So might as well go with the ones that are already given. And then we have a nice carpeted space there. Now what I'll have to do though is I'll have to mark this and put it on floors and remove it from doors, because obviously we wanted it on the floor layer. So For doors, I will load in my doors. I hope I find some nice ones somewhere. Doors are the bane of my existence. I don't know why, but there are very few nice doors around. But I guess something like this should do. What can we pull from here? They are not the right size, but maybe. Is this different enough? Yep, that will do nicely. And then here, I'll copy this from the floor and we'll put it there. The reason for that is, on doors, I actually want to see, if I turn that layer off, what the way is that my players are going to take. So that's why I have this one room wall tile at a spot where there's actually a door, or instead of a door. Okay, and then we can just fancy it up with some more stuff. So there's a whole bunch of furniture that I could select from. I don't know, maybe I'll just load this one and see what it has to offer. Bookcases, some other garbage. Don't have anything prepared now, so I'll have to go through it. Oh, that one might be good. That one I will kick out because that one is not good. Oh yeah, this one is nice because we can have those wonderful tables right here. We can use that one. I see how I will do this. That's fine, no worries. I will have to make, oh god damn it, I did it again. So we'll take those, make a new layer called objects, put it down there, and then on the doors layer I will get rid of them. And I want another layer, which is right at top, called objects 2. 2. Now the reason behind that is, so if I were on my objects and would put this down, you can see how it overwrites, and that is what I do not want to happen. I actually want it to intersect, and it will do PNG transparency just fine. And that way I basically have my table in the middle and my two sitting areas up above and below. Now we said we want this one to be kind of like a kitchen. There's nothing kitcheny in here. Oh, I'll take this table here. That will do nicely. And then we said we might want to do something occult in that room down there. So let's see if I can grab a nice shelf. How does this look like? Oh no, it's not aligning properly. Wait, how would this look like if I were to do this? Yes, this will work nicely. Okay. So with that done, you actually can see here there's some, if you want to put windows in, you would have those, and you can put some rays coming from those windows. So there are options there for shading if you want it. And then we can fancy this up a little bit more, but I'm actually rather happy. It's more a demonstration, less than it's less about having an actually nice looking map after I'm done here. Is there anything here that is nice? Oh wow, there's some nice walls in here. Well, yeah, we could use those ones. Why not? And just plonk them down in the corner here and be done with it. So yeah, the important bit is never forget that a lot of the things you can just do by explaining it to your players. So there's not really a necessity to have a perfect map, but the layouts of the rooms, they need to be perfect. So you can't have a room that is 3 by 4 and then say it is a large dining hall. You really need to get that one down. Everything else can be done on the fly, and you just say, oh yeah, that item is of course there. And I wouldn't be too worried about having a super nice looking map because most players don't mind that one way or the other. And with that, we can export this entire thing. So most softwares will have two different formats. They will have their own format, whatever this might be, and then there will be a way to export it as an image. And in tiled, I will say I only include visible layers. So it's going to get rid of anything that is empty at the moment. And then I will export it. This will conserve the transparency. So that is rather nice. And my maps are in here, and here, and there, and finish maps. And then it was test map 4. Yes, and you get this wonderful map. And when you're making maps, the file size should be below 10 megabytes is probably what I would go for. You can be a little bit higher on that one, but
Around there?
more importantly, the size of the map itself should not be larger than 2000 by 2000. That is the limit that you can have.
Exactly.
Exactly what?
And with
I don't
that,
know,
we are
5e.
done. And with that, we are done. And I would say this is it. You would now just go into your images folder in Fantasy Grounds, click on the folder in the upper left corner, and you can add this map to there.
Making a map class.
Okay, thank you very much, and see you all.